With us today here on TV2, we're going to discuss the issue of gun violence, but this is more of a call for community action. I'm Cira Burke, your host of One on One. And with us today, first and foremost, we would like to thank our sponsor, VIA, who keeps us connected to you, and you. We have with us an individual who's very dear and true to my heart, who has lost his son to gun violence. Please help me welcome Mr. George, and also VIPD advocate, victim advocate, Ms. Desiree Ritter Lambertis. Welcome to One on One.
Thank you.
All right. So I want us to have this conversation because as an educator, I've lost 196 students to gun violence right here in our territory. But this really hits home because, Brother George, I remember your son Baraki from young when we were attending church. And Ms. Lambertis, I know you have to deal with this constantly.
I think there was a time I could ask people, do you know someone who have died, who have been shot? And most people would say no. Now we're in a different place where everybody would probably say, yes, I know someone who have been shot, or I know someone who lost someone to gun violence. So the impact it has had on our community is taking it to seeing our children die too young, seeing our children being disabled, seeing our children and their families being unable to put their lives back together. So for me, in my capacity, working at the police department, it allows me, as a first responder when it comes to family members of victims of crime, to be there to help the families through the process. And it is not an easy sight. When you have to listen to parents crying, and it's not crying, bawling, stomach wrenching pain, as if mothers are giving birth again, fathers in disbelief, this cannot be. This reality is not speaking to me. It really takes us to a place where we've got to do something different. And doing something different means each of us have to be a part of it. The decision to pick up a gun, to walk with a gun, to carry a gun home to your mother's house, to your mother to not know there is a gun, it puts everybody in the household at jeopardy. So I hope by the end of this program, we'll be able to see and hear the impact this would have made, that people know how and what they can do to get through this process.
Brother George, this situation in reference to gun violence has really hit home for you. I know that you're a father, and you have not been an absent father. You have been a father that has been there. You have provided that strong foundation to your children, but yet you and your family have been impacted by gun violence. Let's talk a little bit about how gun violence has impacted your family.
Well, gun violence, let me say it's a very, very, very difficult issue to even talk about it, to even think about, because sometimes you hear things happen to people, but unless it involves you, you will never be able to understand what really the kind of pain this could really bring to a family.
Yeah.
And 4 years ago, when it happened to me, when I get the first news, it was by Miss Lambertis right here. She didn't go in details with me, but she wanted to see me immediately, and I was working, and when she called me and told me, well, my son get involved in situation with a co-worker, and then they want to see me and so. And then I was in a swimming pool working, and then I keep telling the other guys, let's speed up, because look, I get a call, and I'm not sure what's going on.
Wow.
And knowing the kind of father I am, I talk to my children every day. If I just think they could be in danger, or something can happen to them one day, I talk to them even before they leave my house. Be careful, and be careful. So I get the news, and then I didn't know what it was, but while working, I started to get weak. And I started to get troubled because I get a call to come to the police station I never get this type of call. Police never call me to come to the police station. Police station is not my thing,
Right.
except if I go for some kind of document. But later, while working, I started to get weak. So I told the guys, let's hurry up because I'm not sure what's going on. I need to go to the police station. And my son's friend called me and broke the news.
Oh, so you got a phone call from your son's friend as well?
Yeah, this is the second
The second phone call.
phone call.
What was that like for you, Brother George?
My sister words cannot describe.
Yeah.
I fall on my knees and on my hands, and I start to bawl. One of the co-workers, they give me a bottle of water to drink, and in order for me to get out of that swimming pool, I could not walk. My strength gone. I had to crawl like a baby on my knees and my hands in order to take my first step to move my body from the swimming pool, and I started to scream and scream and scream. But knowing the person I am, I have a strong faith in God. I ask God, give me the strength, and I have to go to the hospital. And I drive in down to the hospital and I bawl in till I meet with them, and I really hear the news really confirmed.
Yeah.
Call my wife and call my children. As of today, everybody's still crying. Everybody's still, it's so difficult. Because you cannot understand that little baby. I was in the hospital with his mother, encouraging her, push, breathe, in childbirth, push and breathe and counting for her and this kind of stuff. And I was the only way because I was looking forward to have that's my first child.
Yeah.
Excited. When I get the news, for the matter of fact, when his mother get pregnant, I was on the street of Charlotte O'Malley, and I jumping on the street and putting up my hands because I get to have my first child.
Wow.
So it was just exciting for me. And then I hear this news, it's like up till today, after 4 years, I still looking forward to see whether I'll see my son coming home. Because I cannot understand, I wouldn't see Barrick. I just look at this picture, graduation picture, and I just turn my face sometimes because I cannot understand whether that is reality, I'm not going to see my son. How this could happen. So it is a very difficult, in my lifetime, nothing, I lost my father, I lost friends, other people, nothing troubled me or hurt me like the death of my son. Nothing at all.
And we're going to continue this conversation because gun violence robs us, and we need to take action. So do not change that dial. We'll be right back with One on One.